today I thought we could do something that you guys have requested me to do for a while, and this is to play a little bit with my Clionadh single shadows. So that's basically what I want to do. Originally I was thinking I wanted to do this like palette bingo style, but honestly looking at like my Clionadh collection here, most of the shadows that I have are shimmers. I don't have a ton of mattes, and I also have some of the duochromes and like some of the iridescent glittery ones. I don't have the whole collection, so I will show you the shadows that I do have from Clionadh. The ones that I have are the ones on the bottom part here. This is one of my Adept palettes. It's one of the ones that kind of folds in the middle. So all of these on the bottom here are my Clionadh shadows. These are my multichromes. I do have a few more, but I've already kind of packed them away because I want to bring them on my trip, so they're not in here currently. And this is from the, what was this called? 66.5 degree North collection or something like that. So I think what I want to do is I want to maybe like draw one of the multichromes and then kind of work my look around that multichrome. Maybe that's a good idea because you can't really do more than one multichrome in one look. And also if I were to do it like palette bingo style and I got one of the multichromes, using like 5 different colors is just not going to be a very cohesive look because the multichromes are so impactful. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to just draw for one of these multichromes and then we can figure out what I want to do with those. So I rearranged them a little bit, so we have 1 through 7. I'm not going to count these as multichromes. I'll probably use one of them in my inner corner. I have my random.org up here. I'm going to put this palette down because I can't hold them at the same time here. So we're just going to go ahead and generate a number, and then that is going to be the one that I'm going to use. So we have number 3. So number 3 is 1, 2, 3. So we have this kind of purpley, which looks blue on camera, which is crazy. I'm going to pop it out so we can see what the name of this one is. And I'm honestly happy we got this because I don't know if I've used this on my eyes yet. So this is Spire. I don't know if you can see the shift in that. It's so hard to show, but it's basically like a magenta, purple, blue kind of shift, I would call it. It has a little bit of orange in it as well. So that's going to be interesting. Now, just looking at my mattes here, I don't really have a ton of mattes, like I said, from Clionadh. So I think I want to play it very safe today. I do have this purple. I feel like that could go kind of well with it. This blue could be nice too, like maybe just doing like a blue crease and then doing maybe like a wing shape or something with a multichrome. So I will also show you like how I like to apply my multichromes because I struggle a lot with them creasing on me, even if I use glitter glue, even if I spray my brush. Like at the end of the day, even after like 4 or 5 hours, they tend to start creasing, which isn't like the end of the world because I can usually take my finger and pat over and it's fine, but it's just one of those things that's kind of annoying, you know what I mean? So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by priming, and then I want to figure out what I want to do with these mattes. I think I just want to keep it very simple, and that's why I don't really make a lot of videos with these multichromes, because usually how I use them is I just use them on their own, and it's just not that interesting to watch a video of someone applying one eyeshadow on their eye. So I'm going to go ahead and prime with my Natasha Denona eyeshadow base, and then I will show you how I'm going to go about this, because I definitely have a plan with how I want to do this. So here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking I just want to use this purple along with this one because this has like a purple leaning shift to it. So I think these are going to go very nicely together. If I had like a darker blue matte from Clionadh, I would have used that, but since I don't, I'm just going to use what I have. So what I'm going to do is I'm basically going to put this in my crease as well as my lower lash line. And so this is going to be my transition shade here and the shade that I'm going to blend this multichrome into. So what I'm going to do is, I know I said I was maybe going to do a wing, but I don't think I want to do like a wing. I think I just want to keep this into like a rounded shape and just keep it kind of simple so that you guys could actually recreate this very easily if you wanted to. I don't want to make this into like something more complicated than it needs to be. I just want to show like how I like to use these multichromes. And like obviously I've used these a lot off camera. Like the few times I do get a chance to do my makeup off camera, I usually do pull in one of these multichromes. Not always, but it is like on the front of my mind when I know I get a chance to not film when I do my makeup. I do tend to want to reach for these because I mean I have them and they're quite expensive and I want to get some use out of them. I totally forgot how pigmented this shadow is. I feel like I've only used this like once or twice. This is such a beautiful shade of purple though. This one was called Borealis. I'm not sure if I said that, but I will of course have the shadows that I'm using linked down below in my description box. These may or may not be available. I really can't promise anything. So I'm just taking my time here to build up this shadow. I'm also going to make sure that I do have this pulled down like a little bit onto my lid here. Now, if I use these shadows, the multichromes, just on their own without using a transition shade, what I'll do is I'll usually set my lid and I'll put down a black base and then put the multichrome on top. That's like the only way that I've found that I can use those shadows without them creasing. And honestly, a lot of the time, like, it really helps to put down a black base too, because the shadows themselves have a black base. And it also makes it so that when you blend it out, like, you're gonna get a bit of a, not a gray cast, but like it kind of blends into a bit of a gray. And the shimmers kind of go away, and it almost looks like you've already put down a gray transition shade. Like, it's kind of cool the way that they blend out on their own. But today I just wanted to try it with a transition shade because I don't usually do that, and I just thought that that could be maybe a little bit more interesting and more in the kind of way that other people would use these shadows. I don't really know. Let me know if you have any of these and how you like to use them. And also let me know if they crease on you as well. I don't know. I feel like I am the only one who's having that issue because I would never heard anyone else mention it or really talk about it. So I'd be curious to know. I am also going to take this down to my lower lash line. Not going to do anything fancy. Basically just going to put some color underneath my eye here and then smoke this out like I would with any other shadow. Okay, so here's when it gets a little bit tricky. Now, like I said, you definitely don't have to do this if you don't have problems with these creasing, but maybe if you do, try something like this. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take my Lancome. This is one of the Ombre Hypnose Stylo eyeshadow sticks. I'm gonna use my black one. You could definitely just use like a gel liner or something like that too if you don't have something similar to this, but I like to use this because it's really, really creamy and it just goes on the eye very smoothly and I don't have to tug on it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this on like the bottom, I would say 2/3 or so of my lid. I don't need to really pull this into my crease because when I do have problems with this creasing, it's really only like throughout the crease that I can see on my lid here. So I don't need to pull this too high up, but I do want there to be like that base underneath here. So I'm gonna leave it about something like this because this is going to cover up like that crease on the middle of my lid here. Also, what I love to do with these multichromes is use this eyeshadow stick and create a graphic wing with it and then just layer one of the multichromes on top. Like, that ends up looking so cool. I love doing that. So now that I have my base down, I'm gonna go in with the multichrome. Now it's going to be a little bit of trial and error on how to pick up these because not all brushes will pick up these multichromes as well as others. So I'm going to try to use this kind of smudging brush here from the Sephora collection and see how this works. I think I am going to go ahead and spray it as well just because I don't want to get any fallout with this, because if you get fallout with this on your face and you try to wipe it away, it's not a good look. So let's just go ahead and try to basically put this all over my lid now and see how that looks. That was really, really pretty. I really wonder what this is going to look like on camera because it's so weird. Like, these multichromes, like, you can look at them from the front and then I look back at the footage and I'm like, wow, that is not at all what I thought it was going to look like. So I'm first putting this basically on top of where I put down that black, just covering all of that area. And then I'm going to take the tip of this brush and start really blending this into my crease. I am going to switch to a different brush, but I want to get like just a little bit of a blend going here before I go in with a bit of a fluffier brush. And I do have a little bit of fallout already, so if you're the kind of person who likes to do your face last, that's probably going to be the best idea, but I can't do that for some reason. Like, I don't know, there's something in me that it's weird. It just doesn't work out for me like it does other people, it seems. Like, I just don't like to have to be careful when I'm applying my foundation and stuff. Like, I want to be able to just slap foundation and concealer all over my face and not have to worry about like eyeshadow already being there, you know? And you could definitely apply this with your finger as well if you like doing that, if you're a finger person, which I am definitely not. So when I put this down where I want it, I'm taking a little bit more on this brush and I'm gonna try to kind of blend this into my crease here. And that's one thing that I really like about these multichromes is that they are really easy to blend into matte shadows. Just because I have that black base underneath, it just makes it so easy and smooth, and I really love working with these. Like, they're so easy to work with. Now, it does sometimes take a little bit of time just because smoky eyes tend to do that, but I always end up loving the looks I do with these. So it's basically gonna look like this. I'm gonna go in with a bit more of that matte shadow here and just make sure that my crease and everything is looking the way that I want. And this is also just going to help blend the two colors in together here. And I guess I will wing this out a little bit because it it just happens sometimes. Sometimes I just can't control it. You know, I feel like my eye shape is just like that. And then lastly, I like to just take a little bit more of the multichrome. Again, if you like to use your finger, it's probably going to be easier to do it that way. But I'm just gonna go over like the base of this and make sure that it is as intense as I want it to be while still maintaining that blend that I have going on. And then to finish off, I'm gonna take one of the glitter iridescent multichromes here. This one is in the shade Glimmer. I find these to be a little bit tricky to work with because they are so crumbly. Like, I don't know if you can see like the texture of this on my finger. Like, it looks very kind of dry and chalky, but then when you put it on, you can see it really smooths out. But I definitely need to spray this. I could probably use a glitter glue with it as well, but I think I'm just gonna try to spray it this time and see how that goes. I really haven't used these that often just because, like I said, I do find them to be a little bit tricky to work with. But let's go ahead and try this because I do want to get more use out of these shadows because they are so beautiful, and I just sprayed my mirror. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop that in my inner corner here. Oh, I mean, these are beautiful though. And I'm just going to meet this up with the multichrome. If you want to see the video I did in the beginning when I first got these, where I swatched all of them and stuff, I will have that linked up in the corner because obviously I didn't really swatch a lot of these shadows in this video because the plan was just to kind of use them and get a look out of it. But I do think that this is looking really, really, really pretty here. So this is basically how I like to use these shadows. I think what I want to do is, because I was at Sephora yesterday and I picked up one of the new Fenty eyeliners, so I thought maybe we could use this because it's a blue and I feel like a blue is going to go really nicely with this look. Even though I should probably use Deep End by Urban Decay because it matches my hair perfectly, like I've said in the past. And I also feel like it would just look really good with this look, but I also want to try this. So this is the color of it. It's kind of like a light blue, and I didn't really feel like I had anything like this in my collection. Does this have a name on it? It's called Lady Lagoon, and this is basically what the tip looks like. So it's one of those twist ups. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply this. I'm really curious because I swatched this on my hand when I was in store and it seemed so creamy and it was really hard to get off too. So let's go ahead and try this and see if it looks good with this look. Oh, that's a beautiful color. Oh wow, that looks exactly like my hair color. That is crazy. I was not expecting that. Okay, wow, I love this. New favorite eyeliner of all time. Hello. Man, that went on so smoothly, and this eye is even watering. Like, that is insanity. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna finish off my eyes, and then I'm gonna put on a lipstick, and I will be back and I will show you the final look. I also have a new lipstick that I want to show you guys, but I'm gonna put it on first and then I'll show you after, so I'll be right back when the look is done. Okay, so here's the look all done. I know I said I was going to put on a lipstick, but I thought I would show you before I do it. So I went to MAC yesterday and they had these new patent paint lip lacquers. This is what the container and tube looks like. It's really, really cute. It kind of looks like a lip gloss, but it's not really a lip gloss. Like, I put it on last night, and it's almost like a very creamy, like satiny, vinyl-y lipstick, if that makes sense. I don't know. That probably doesn't make sense, but like the consistency of this is almost like a gloss at first. And they also said in the store that this is going to stain a little bit, so I haven't worn this for a long day. I put it on last night just to kind of try out the formula, so I will show you what it looks like on. It goes on very opaquely and very creamy, and it's not super glossy. Like, the formula seems really nice. So you can see I was able to overline quite a bit with this as well and still be able to get kind of a sharp line, and it still looks very nice and opaque. It's very creamy, it's very comfortable. I don't know if this is going to I don't think it's going to dry down, honestly, but I'm really excited to have this. I feel like this is going to be a product that I'm going to really, really love, and I also feel like I'm really going to love this eyeliner and I'm going to want all of them, and my wallet is crying because these were like $20-something each. Oh man, this is so pretty though. I mean, I can't stop looking at this. I feel like every time I change my hair color, I just need to pick up one of these that matches so I can use it all the time. But yeah, this is gonna be my new obsession. Like, sorry, not sorry, but that's just how it's going to be. So this is going to be the final look. Let me know what you think. I really like working with these multi-chromes. I find them to be so beautiful, so impactful. Some of them have more of a shift than others do, but I still just feel like the metallicness and foiledness, those are probably not words, of these shadows are just so unique and so beautiful and so incredible. So yeah, again, let me know if you have any of these and which ones you have, because I'm always looking to like expand my collection. I would love to get more of these, but they're so expensive, so I can't just like run out and buy them all, you know, as much as I would like to have the whole collection. The multi-chromes are like $25 each, and it's a lot. So you gotta kind of gradually build up my collection, but it's one of those things that I'm definitely going to keep adding to my collection because, like I said, they are so unique that I would love to have more of them. So that's gonna be it for me playing with some of my Clionadh multi-chrome shadows. If you want to see more singles content, let me know what you want to see and I can probably do so. So thank you so much for watching as always. If you want to see some other palette bingos maybe that I've done, here's my palette bingo playlist. And if you're new to my channel, I would love it if you would consider subscribing, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.